Yo, I'm deciding I'm like gonna continue work on the promised miniseries because it's been like way too long. So yeah, once again, remember to check the previous vids. So as I mentioned, this one takes place, as I mentioned in a reply to a comment of a fan of mine, this one takes place after the events of my idea of a Amnesia fan game. So let's begin. So there are two soldiers, their names are unknown. They start talking about what has happened. November 18th, 1941. So apparently, according to soldier number one here, Victor Clement is like finally getting freed. Then soldier number two says, very well, he's been through a lot. They analyze the destruction that happened in the Nazi laboratory. They're absolutely shocked at what had happened. Anyways, Albert Hess has attempted to negotiate with Victor to continue working for them, only for the Shadow to attempt to assault Vic- Albert, yes. He held him up and then the machine gun suddenly did not do anything effective. Victor told the Shadow that if he that in exchange of refusing to work with the Nazis, he should let Albert Hess go. So Albert Hess is released and he promises that Victor can finally take a leave home. Now, November 20th, 1941, Victor had stayed for a majority of his time being released in a small inn before he finally went out and decided to make the way home. He returns to Denmark, where he meets his dad, Henry Clement. They asked him if the Nazis did anything to him. He said no. He also handed him a box containing tons of money. And then Henry sees the multiple scars because in the amnesia game you have to get injured at some point and asks him where those are from. Nazis then come and tell him that Victor was quite an obedient worker, only for Henry to retaliate by trying to attack them with his revolver, but then Victor says that his injuries was the result of him being negligent, but then Henry refuses to believe it. The Nazis clarify that it was Victor's own doing, but long story short, Henry is in denial. Victor then goes to the local church and tells the pastor that he's ready to be converted to Christianity. Long story short, it's become common knowledge that basically to gossip, everyone basically knows that the Nazis kidnapped Victor. So basically they kept asking what happened to him, and he explained to them they took him for a science experiment, and that's thankfully he survived. Another thing I forgot to tell you is that in part three there was supposed to be this part where Valentine Lambert, if you remember that character, ends up meeting with Victor Clement before he was picked up by the Nazis in November 3 of 1941. Victor confessed his feelings to her, but she really pretty much rejected him due to there being an age gap between them. And since the woman's the older one, it's pretty much shameful. That's what standards were like back then. So yeah, she also sees him and was like very happy that he's okay. She tries apologizing, but sorry. Victor says, "Quack off! I'm not interested." I'm really like very sick right now. They have due to the fear of like him being like infected or something, his mother sends like has a doctor check up on him only to discover the multiple scars he's been hiding that he gains during the events of Amnesia the Experiment or my fan game. They keep asking him how he acquired these. He keeps making up stories about it, or he just outright doesn't tell them. But yeah, that's basically it. Hopefully you can hear my voice. I'm recording this. Wait, let me check. At 6 a.m. It's complicated, but yeah. Okay, thanks.